programme. But we begin this hour in the United States, where the Supreme Court has been tackling the thorny issue of gay marriage for a second straight day. Well, today judges heard arguments for and against law that denies federal benefits to legally married same-sex couples. The 1996 Defence of Marriage Act, or DOMA, says for federal purposes that marriage is defined as only between one man and one woman. Opponents say that is unconstitutional. Well, let's get the very latest now with Nick Harper. He joins us from Washington. Nick, there are early signs that the court may indeed strike down this law, but we really won't know, will we, for several months?
Well, that's it. There's likely not to be a ruling until sometime in June, but early indications at this stage seem to be that the Defence of Marriage Act, or DOMA, might be in trouble. There was 2 hours of legal arguments earlier on today where the 9 justices heard legal arguments for and against. The makeup of the bench is 4 Liberal justices and 4 Conservative justices, and there's one there in the middle who seems to be undecided, Justice Anthony Kennedy. So it might come down to him and what he thinks. And in terms of what we've been hearing from him today, the interpretation of some of his comments seem to be that he is in favour of striking down the Defence of Marriage Act, of overturning DOMA, this law that's been in place for about 17 years now, and effectively allowing same-sex married couples to have the same financial and tax break rights that heterosexual couples currently enjoy in the country.
And Nick, the past 2 days have really brought the issue of gay marriage to the fore in the United States, and we've seen, haven't we, just how strongly people feel about it.
Absolutely. It's a very emotive topic. It's a topic that people have a lot of opinions for, either for or against. And we've seen lots of people outside the Supreme Court today and yesterday campaigning, protesting. There's been lots of shouting, lots of chanting, many placards. It's been a very colourful display. But of course, they feel that these are very important issues that need to be corrected within the country. Many of the same-sex marriage campaigners want to see these laws changed. They want to see DOMA struck down so that they can get the type of financial help that heterosexual couples get. And obviously the campaigners on the other side feel that they should be preserving the sanctity of marriage between a man and a woman. In terms of polls here in the United States, there has been a change of feeling in the last few years. In 2007, about 40% of people were in support of same-sex marriage. Today, it's up to about 53%. So there does seem to be a bit of a change of opinion, including from the president himself, who over the last 4.5 years of his presidency has changed his opinion and is now in support of same-sex marriage. But it'll take a couple of months before we hear exactly what the justices think, and we're not likely to get a ruling until sometime towards the end of June.
Nick, thanks very much indeed. Nick Harper there, reporting from Washington. Now, talks to form a government in Italy have ended without